Hello YouTube makeup lovers. Today I'm going to do a video all about packing your makeup for travel. I'm going out of town next week and I needed to pack my makeup, so I thought why not film it and show you exactly what I take on my trips. I am sure this seems like a lot, but for a makeup addict like myself, it really is not that bad. Also, it's a family trip, so I don't really see myself going out and partying every single night or anything like that. If I were to pack for a trip like that, like say I went with my sister or some friends to like Vegas or on a cruise, I'd probably pack more makeup so that I can have different looks like smoky eyes, different colors, purples, blues. But for this trip, I'm going to kind of keep it simple, stick to the neutral colors, and then try to pack as light as I can. Okay, so for the travel bag I'm going to take is this Tory Burch travel bag. I like it because first of all, it's a dark color, so anything, if it gets a little dirty, it's not very noticeable. It's very big. This is one that I got as a gift. I believe it was from the Tory Burch outlet because that's what they told me. It's very big inside, and it is, again, very squishable. I mentioned that in my tutorial of the makeup that's in my bag, in my purse. So I think it's important to have something like that so it fits comfortably in your luggage. I usually do take my makeup inside my luggage that I check in, unless I'm taking something that I think it's very breakable. For example, like a matte palette like this. I would probably take this in my carry-on if I took one, because I would really freak out if all of these shadows broke or if something broke in the luggage, or even if the actual palette, since it's like plastic, would crack. But for this trip, I'm really not going to take anything like that. I also like to pack it inside my big luggage that I check in, because I don't have to worry about what they're going to consider a liquid, what's not going to be a liquid through security. I've heard sometimes that they take away your mascara, or they'll even take away a lip gloss. So it's never happened to me. Whenever I've packed my makeup in my carry-on, like if I go on a short trip, anything that's, because it's so small, a mascara and a lip gloss usually goes through with no problem. I've never had a problem, but I have heard that. So I'd rather just not have to risk it and not even have to think about it and just put everything in my luggage. So when I start packing my makeup bag, I usually start packing in everything the way that I would normally put on my makeup. Now this is just makeup. I'm not going to include like my face routine or anything like that. It's just like everything that I put on after I moisturize and everything. So first starters, I'm going to start off with face primer. So for primer, the first one I'm going to pack into my bag, it is the Magic Lumi primer from Loreal, which I love. And then for foundations, I'm going to take two. I'm going to take one that's a little bit thicker, just in case I have a huge family event that's fancy and I need to really get dressed up. And then the other one is more for everyday, which I probably won't wear it every day, but it's a good option, is to have a tinted moisturizer. So I'm going to take the Mercier tinted moisturizer in the color Nude. It has SPF 20. And I'm going to take this new foundation that I just bought at the drugstore, the L'Oreal True Match Lumi foundation in the color N12 Neutral. I love the primer so much that I wanted to try out this new foundation from L'Oreal. Then for concealer, I'm just going to take my go-to concealer from all times, and that would be my Peau concealer, my Eve Pearl Tan concealer, and then of course Benefit's Powderflage for my setting step. So those I dump into this bag as well. For my face powder, I'm going to pack my MAC Mineralize Skin Finish in the color medium. For bronzer, I'm going to take Nars' Laguna bronzer, which is my go-to bronzer. And now for blush, I like to take two colors, a blush that's more pink and a blush that's more peach. So that way I have both options. So for the blushes, I'm going to take these two Tarte Amazonian Clay blushes. This one is Blissful and this one is Dollface. This is the pink one. Show you what the color looks like. And then this is Blissful, which is a more peachy color. Which I don't know if you can see it like that. It's more like a peachy pink. But they're different colors, two different shades, so I have both options. For a highlight, in case I want that nice glow, I am going to take Benefit's What's Up. It is a highlighter like this. I'm just going to take one. This works. This is a nice shade that works with any type of color, skin tone, everything. Now for the eyes, I am going to take my Naked palette, the original one. I think the Naked palette is great for travel. First of all, because the casing is very good. It's like this velvet case, and it's kind of like cardboard. So it's not going to break inside my luggage like maybe a MAC palette could. The colors are very neutral colors. It goes from light to dark. I have some blacks and grays there at the end. If I want to do a smoky eye, if I want to do a brown smoky eye, I can even do a gray smoky eye, or just neutral colors for every day. So this is a good palette. I'm also going to pack my Urban Decay primer potion, because primer is very important. I also take a little quad by MAC with the colors that are my go-to colors for everything that I would take everywhere no matter what. and it is the vanilla color that I use. Nylon is a color that I use a lot in the inner corner, and the Naked palette doesn't have something that's like that. And then my two colors for my eyebrows, which are Cork and Espresso. This is Espresso and this is Cork. So this is something that I would take anyway. Then inside this bag, I carry a smaller bag which fits perfectly into this bag. And what I put in here are the pencil products, because I hate throwing them in the big bag because then they all get very sloppy and then I can't find them and they're like rumbling through all your makeup to get to them. So here is where I put like the eyeliners, maybe mascara, so that if I need to pull those out, I can reach it easily with this little bag inside the big bag and I'm not like searching for it like crazy. So the first thing I'm going to add is this Milani Shadow Eyes. This is in the color Champagne Toast. This is what I always use as my eyeshadow base under my powder shadow from the Naked palette, the color Sin. Sin is the second color in the palette, and I always wear this color under it. It's a great color. It looks just like Urban Decay's 24/7 Glide On Shadow Pencil in the color Sin. This is just a much more affordable version. I'm also going to pack a darker alternative, which is Juju, which is an Urban Decay Glide On Shadow Pencil. These came in a set that they had one time, and they were a little bit smaller, but it was a very good deal, so I got that. And my eyeliners, I am going to take 3. I'm going to take 24/7 eyeliner in the color Perversion, Urban Decay as well. I'm also going to take the color Bourbon, which is a brown color. And I'm also going to take this Makeup Forever one. It's teeny tiny already because I've used it so much. It's in the color 10L, and it's like a bronze color. Reminds me of Urban Decay's 24/7 eyeliner pencil in the color Baked, which they have unfortunately discontinued. For mascara, I'm going to take Loreal Voluminous Carbon Black as my regular mascara. And then I'm also going to take this CoverGirl Lash Blast. This is the waterproof one, because I like to have a waterproof one when I travel. I just want to finish it off. I probably won't buy this one again, just because I recently bought the Voluminous in waterproof. And that's been my current favorite. But, I mean, this one is not that old yet, and I kind of still can get a lot of uses out of this one. So I just want to finish that one, so I'm going to take it on the trip. I am also going to take my gel liner from MAC in the color Black Track, which is a very nice black gel liner. And I'm also going to add this to my little bag. It is also very important to pack your sharpener. So this has both sizes. This is Urban Decay's Grindhouse, which is a very good sharpener. Pack some tweezers. These are my Tweezerman Tweezers in my favorite color, purple. And my eyelash curler, which is also my favorite color, purple, from Sephora. It looks like this. And all this fits into this little bag. And that brings us to the lipsticks. And I'm going to take 2 lipsticks and 2 lip glosses so that I have 2 good color combinations in case I want to alternate. So the 2 combinations that I'm going to take are the MAC Japanese Maple, which I have been obsessed with. And over that, I like to use the Bare Minerals Lip Gloss in Cupcake. Then the second one I like to take is Pervert by MAC, which is one of my favorite colors from MAC, if not the #1. And my lip gloss, Wild Child, I think it is, or is it Wild Chick? No, it's Wild Child by Benefit, which looks like, let me show you. This one up here is Pervert. The lipstick Japanese Maple is the second one. Then this is the pink gloss in Wild Child by Benefit. And this is Cupcake by Bare Minerals. So that is pretty much it for the makeup. For the brushes, I am going to take my Mr. Bunny travel set from Sigma, which is this one right here. It is a lot smaller than the regular bunny set, which looks like this. So for travel, this one is a very good option. I mean, I have taken the other one for travel too, and that's what I will probably take. So this Mr. Bunny travel set comes with 7 brushes, and it has a foundation brush, which covers that. We have a powder brush, a blush brush, an eye shading brush to pack on the color. And then we have these other 3 brushes. Now, this little one I like to use for eyeliner. This one, which is kind of like a bigger fluffy brush, I like to use to put on the Powderflage over my concealer. So I saved that one for that. This pencil brush I'm probably going to leave behind and not take it. And I'm going to add other brushes to make the set a little bit more complete. I'm going to take these 2, which are the blending brushes. These are 2 little gifts that you get from Sigma. I got these, I don't know, in the past when I have bought things. And I'm going to take 2 because I use this a lot, the blending brushes. And I am going to take another one out from this other set from Sigma that I have. This was an old travel set from Sigma that they used to carry. They don't have them anymore. I don't know why, because I loved it. But I'm going to take this one, which is a tapered brush. It says here the F25. It's for the face. It reminds me a lot of my MAC brush that I love, love, love. It is the 130, I believe. I mean, it looks almost the same. So I'm going to take this one because it's smaller and it fits in this little container. And this is what I'm going to be using for bronzer. So I have the powder, the blush, and then the bronzer brush. Then another brush that I'm going to add that doesn't really fit in here, but I'm just going to throw it in the bag, is this Sigma Precision Angled brush. This is the P84. This is the one that I always use to like pat over my concealer when I'm applying it, just to kind of like stipple it on. And really, there's really nothing in here for me to use to be able to do that. And I am also going to take a concealer brush because this set really doesn't have one. So first, I would apply my concealer with this regular concealer brush, just apply it normally. And then once I have it on my face, I would pat it with this. So these are two things that I love that I have to take with me that I can't live without. From this set, this pink set that I showed you, I am also going to take another one of these blending brushes. This is the brush that I would use maybe when I apply my MAC Vanilla over this top area here that I usually do all the time. And this little brush for packing on color, maybe in the inner corner. It's very similar to MAC's 214. I am going to add those to this too because it still fits somewhere. And this is a brush that also comes in the set that I showed earlier that you can use for eyeliner too. This is what I would use to fill in my eyebrows because it's nice and angled. And it works for that too. So in total, I'm taking 13 brushes. 11 fit in the Sigma travel container, and then the other 2 are the concealer ones, which I'm just going to throw inside the makeup bag. So the little baggie fits perfectly inside the bigger Tory Burch bag, and also the brushes fit in here too. So everything fits in perfectly, and it zips up nicely. And then this is what I put inside my luggage. So that's pretty much it. That's all the makeup I'm going to pack and take on this trip. I know you're probably thinking, this girl is crazy packing all this stuff, but it's really not that bad for a person like me who loves, loves, loves makeup. I'm going to be traveling with my mom and my sister, and they always ask me to do their makeup, so I know all this stuff is going to come in very, very handy. So I hope you had fun watching this video and that you learned some new tips for packing makeup for your next trip. Thank you so much for watching Be Lounge Makeup. Bye!